Here we go, failure. So everybody see this? Everybody good? I love talking about failure. Failure is fantastic. And I know it's kind of rough to kind of start off a show on talking about failure, but I actually specialize in failure. It took me so many years in business to learn how to be a successful business person. I used to say that if there's a way to burn down an agency, I owned an agency for many years, I promise I've tried it. I have failed so many times in business. I actually got to be so good at failure, people started hiring me to tell them where they're failing in business. And eventually, I got to be so good at failure, I got to learn how to get out of failure. I got to be so good at escaping from failure that I started working as a turnaround CEO. And now, like, these private equity companies hire me and businesses hire me to come in and tell them how to escape from failure. And so I've learned a few important things I want to share with you about failure and about the importance of failure and how not to do it. And a little bit about how this connects to Yoko. Not the bad part, the good part. All right, let's see. Maybe I just got to press the button here. There we go. Okay. Failure is the best teacher. And a lot of times when you think about failure in business, you think about losing money. But really, at the end of the day, failure is about pain. And people don't change from physical pain. They change from emotional pain. When you fail, it hurts. How many people here have failed at something big in their life? Yeah, a lot of people. Almost everybody. Anybody here who didn't raise their hand, I'd love to learn how you did that. But more than likely, you're lying about it. Because everybody has failed. If you haven't failed, you haven't tried. So, but the thing is, like I said, when people fail, they hurt. And when they face emotional pains, they change. And that's a really important lesson. That was something really important for me. Like, the biggest changes I ever made in my life were from failure. And so it became something that was really important to me, is to, like, figure out how not to do that anymore. So why do projects fail? Why do business projects fail? Or just life projects fail? I'm asking you guys. Like, raise your hand. Somebody. Why do projects fail? Lack of commitment. That's a great one. Why else? Lack of planning. Also fantastic. Lack of money. Exactly. Ego. That's a really good one. I didn't have that on my list, but that is also definitely a good one. Bad ideas. That is a really good reason why projects fail. There's a lot of projects that fail because they're bad ideas. I like to think they learn to be better ideas, but they do fail because they're bad ideas. Why else? Marketing. Yeah, definitely. Market changes, so environmental factors change. Yeah, absolutely. Founder conflict. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look at this. You guys are like specialists in failure. You guys are so good at this. What else? Anybody else want to raise their hand on it? Loss of motivation. Perfect. These are great reasons. These are all the reasons, actually. So when I put it together, let's see, I didn't realize I had it sliding in like this. There we go. They really come down to these areas. You got vision and strategy, people, money, analytics, procedures, execution. Like, if you can kind of group a lot of the areas of failures under these things. You know, these are the major areas of business that when I'm looking at doing a turnaround project, this is what we're looking at. The most important, though, the very first thing we take a look at is the mission, the vision, and the values. Is it inspirational? Can people get behind it? Really what it comes down to, I think somebody said dedication or commitment or something like that. And really what it comes down to is, can your team get behind what you're doing? Is it bigger than you? Is it driving towards something greater? Is it adding to the value? Is it adding to the world? Is it making the world a better place? And at the end of the day, what I've seen is that so many businesses fail. They'll get up to this point because they were in the right place at the right time. They had the right founder. They had drive, but they get to this spot and they can't go any further because they don't have this. They don't have the why. They don't have the thing. They don't have the values that are pulling them together. They don't have the vision for the future, and they can't get their team to do more. What happens in a lot of cases, they get to this point because it was money-driven, and they have people that are money-driven. And the people that are money-driven, as soon as you can't pay them the same amount of money or more money, they're done. Like that was why they were there. And you can have people that are money driven that are also driven by mission, vision, values. But if you don't have the mission, vision, and values, and you don't have the people there that are driven by that, it's going to fall apart. At a certain point, it's just going to crumble. And a lot of times, this is actually why I work in private equity, is because a lot of private equity groups, they're not thinking about this. They're thinking about money. And some private equity groups do a great job of really thinking about the vision for the future and driving towards that. And VC firms and all of those things. But some of them are just about money. And so you have these just crumbled businesses, this rippling wave of just crumbling businesses around some of those organizations. So anyway, when I come in, this is what I look at first. And if we can't fix this, if coming into the business, I don't think that we can fix mission, vision, and values in the business, it's not going to work. The business is dead. It's over. Almost all the time it can be resurrected. You can start from the beginning and you can rebuild this stuff. But if you can't, there's no saving it. The other thing that you need is passion. And you can only have passion when you have your mission, your vision, and your values put together. Like that passion, that drive, that thing that like people get up for every single day. That is predicated on, like I said, the mission, the vision, and the values. Once you bring all four of these things together, then you can have a really, really successful project. Like you can figure out the money. You can figure out, like you do out, like most of the time the businesses I'm working on are mature businesses. If you have really bad ideas in the beginning, it's really hard to fix that. But if you have a validated business and you have the mission, the vision, the values, and the passion, you can figure out those other things. But without these, you don't have it. And so I want to wrap this up by saying, when we came to Yoko, this is what we saw. I think I said this last night, that we were investing in the people. And we had LaRon with that vision, that amazing, amazing vision of community and people in a beautiful place with all of these things contributing to the community around us. And we had the mission, and within the team, we had the passion. And so I just wanted to say, I see all of the things that can make an amazing, successful business here. And I hope you guys do too. Thank you so much.